That's the question we read tackling today, as we pit the Man of Steel against Hellsing S Vampire King, Alucard. On one side, you have the pinnacle of physical power, a hero who can shatter planets and move faster than light. On the other, a being who is less a man and more a living ocean of souls, capable of regenerating from almost any injury. So how does this fight go down? Does raw strength even matter when your opponent can't die? First, let's understand what makes Alucard so terrifyingly immortal. It's not just simple regeneration. Alucard's life force is tied to the millions of souls he has consumed over the centuries. To truly kill him, you have to kill every single one of those souls. He can be shot, stabbed, blown to pieces, even vaporized. And as long as he has one soul left in his reservoir, he can come back. Think of it like a video game character with over 3 million extra lives. This is the core of the problem for Superman. Punching harder isn't a solution. No matter how strong the punch, it only forces Alucard to spend one of his many lives to regenerate, so standard physical attacks are out. Superman could punch Alucard from here to the sun, and Alucard would just reform grinning. But Superman is more than just a brawler. He has a whole arsenal of abilities, and his greatest weapon might just be his super intellect. He would quickly realize that a direct assault is futile. Heat vision. Could he completely incinerate Alucard? Well, yes, but again, this just triggers the regeneration. Alucard has been reduced to a puddle of blood and shadow before and returned. Maybe, but it would take an incredibly long time, and Alucard wouldn't just be standing there letting it happen. What about freeze breath? Could Superman flash freeze Alucard solid? Absolutely. But again, as long as the souls exist, Alucard's essence would eventually coalesce and reform. So, if Superman can't punch him to death, burn him to death, or freeze him to death, what's left? This is where we get into the more exotic and powerful versions of Superman. Post-crisis Superman, for example, has demonstrated incredible feats of speed and precision. Could he phase his hand into Alucard's body and somehow interact with the souls within? It's a bit of a stretch, as that's not a power he typically uses like the Flash. It's a theoretical possibility, but not a guaranteed strategy. The most likely path to victory for Superman involves containment. If you can't kill it, trap it. Superman has a few options here. Could Superman throw Alucard into the Phantom Zone? Yes, very easily. Alucard has no defense against being physically transported to another dimension. Once there, he would be a formless, non-corporeal entity, unable to affect the real world. For all intents and purposes, that's a win for Superman. Alucard will be neutralized permanently. Another containment strategy? The sun. The intense heat and radiation would continuously destroy Alucard's body. Alucard's powers are mystical in nature. The sun's power is scientific. It's unclear if solar fire will be able to permanently erase these supernatural souls. Unrelenting destructive force of the sun would force Alucard into a constant state of regeneration. He'd be trapped in an endless loop of being obliterated and reforming, burning through his millions of souls one by one. Eventually, after a very, very long time, he would run out of lives and be permanently destroyed. This is a battle of endurance, and Superman, powered by that same sun, has near-infinite endurance. He can outlast Alucard. But we can't ignore Alucard's own offensive capabilities. He possesses immense superhuman strength, speed, and his shadowy familiars like the Hellhound Baskerville. He also has potent telepathic and hypnotic abilities. Could he mentally attack Superman? It's possible, but Superman has shown incredible mental fortitude and has training from Martian Manhunter to resist telepathic assaults. It's less unlikely Alucard's mind games would be a deciding factor against a hero of Superman's mental discipline. Then there's Alucard's ultimate form, Level 0. By releasing all the souls he contains, he manifests them as a massive army of the dead. This would be a terrifying sight, a tidal wave of ghouls and soldiers swarming the battlefield. For a street-level hero, this would be an apocalypse. For Superman, it's crowd control. He's fast enough and strong enough to deal with the entire army in a matter of seconds. In fact, Alucard releasing level 0 is actually a huge mistake. In this state, a single decisive blow from Superman would be enough to end him for good. Alucard would never risk this unless he was absolutely certain he could win, and against Superman, that's a gamble he would lose catastrophically. So let's tally the score. Can Superman kill Alucard with a punch? The real win conditions for Superman are strategic, not physical. His first and best option is the Phantom Zone. It's a clean, efficient, and permanent solution that removes Alucard from the equation entirely. His second option is to throw him into the sun, initiating a war of attrition that Superman is guaranteed to win by outlasting Alucard's regeneration. And if Alucard is foolish enough to use level 0, he basically hands Superman the win on a silver platter. While Alucard's immortality is one of the most formidable defenses in fiction, it's a numbers game. It's a massive but finite pool of lives. Superman's powers, especially when combined with his intellect and the tools at his disposal, like the Phantom Zone, provide him with multiple ways to bypass this unique challenge. He doesn't need to break the rules of Alucard's immortality. He just needs to be smart enough to find a way to either contain him or exhaust his resources. And Superman is more than smart enough. So, can Superman kill the unkillable? The answer is a resounding yes. It wouldn't be a quick fight, and it would require more than just brute force. But the Man of Steel has the power, the stamina, and the strategic options to permanently defeat the No-Life King. It's a fascinating matchup that shows that sometimes the most powerful weapon isn't a fist, but a plan. What do you think? Do you agree with this breakdown, or is there an angle we missed that gives Alucard the win? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I love reading your theories on these matchups. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this battle debate, be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.